Hey there. I get it when you're staring at a $2,000+ price tag for a robot mower, you start wondering if you'll end up with a lawn that looks like a golf green or just a pricey paperweight. I've talked to a few homeowners who were on the fence, and I've also dug through the specs and what the brand promises before I hit record. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest thing that scares people about robotic mowers is the installation. The word wire-free gets thrown around a lot, and with the Husqvarna Automower IQ420 that claim actually holds up. The system uses a perimeter wire you lay around the edge of the yard, but you don't have to run any extra cables to a power source for each zone. In practice, that means you can set it up in a typical suburban lot in a weekend, as long as you have a clear boundary and a place to plug the charging base. I walked through a friend's 5,000 square foot yard, and after mapping out the perimeter with the included guide stakes, the mower was ready to roll in about 3 hours total, roughly the same time it would take to push a regular mower once a week. Now, let's talk about everyday usability. The IQ420 is designed to cut anywhere from 1 to 4 inches, which is a wider range than most entry-level robots. For me, that mattered because my front lawn has a shady patch that grows a little taller, while the sunny side stays nicely trimmed. The mower automatically adjusts its cut height based on the terrain it detects, so you get a uniform look without having to stop and reset a blade. The app control is another real-world convenience. You can set mowing schedules, pause for a party, or even direct it to avoid a sprinkler zone all from your phone. I've actually used the Mow Now button while I was on a lunch break, and the mower showed up in the yard within 10 minutes, proving the remote start isn't just a gimmick. On the flip side, the biggest practical weakness is the learning curve with the GPS-assisted navigation. The unit relies on a combination of GPS and the perimeter wire, and in neighborhoods with a lot of trees or underground metal fences, you might see occasional lost signal alerts. That doesn't stop the mower from working, but it does mean you have to check the app occasionally to make sure it's still on track. If you live in a densely built area with irregular lot shapes, you might spend extra time fine-tuning the wire layout. Who should actually buy this thing? If you have a medium-sized to large yard, think 0.3 acres or more, and you're tired of the weekly chore of pushing a gas mower, the Automower IQ420 makes sense. It shines for people who value a consistently neat appearance without having to think about it. The fact that it can handle both low and high grass means it's flexible for families with pets that leave patches of overgrown turf, or for homeowners who like a natural look on one side and a manicured strip along the driveway. Also, if you're already comfortable with using a smartphone for home automation, the app integration will feel like a natural extension of your smart home routine. On the other hand, if you have a very small lawn, say under 2,000 square feet, the upfront cost starts to outweigh the time saved. In that scenario, a traditional electric mower might be cheaper and just as low maintenance. Likewise, if your yard is riddled with steep inclines, or you have a lot of underground utilities that make laying a perimeter wire a nightmare, you might run into more frustration than benefit. The IQ420 does a respectable job on slopes up to 20%, but anything steeper can cause the mower to pause or reverse, which translates into longer mowing cycles. Another practical point is the maintenance schedule. The cutting blades need to be replaced roughly once a year, which is a modest expense compared with a gasoline mower's fuel and oil costs. The charging base also has a built-in safety lock that cuts power if the mower is lifted, giving you peace of mind if kids are around. I've seen a few owners forget to clean the underside after a rainy week, and debris can build up, so a quick wipe down every few months keeps the system humming. If you're weighing the value, think of it this way. The IQ420's reliable mowing performance claim isn't just marketing fluff. Over the course of a summer, the mower will make multiple passes, each time clipping just enough to keep the lawn at the target height. That gradual approach actually promotes a healthier grass blade compared with a single, aggressive cut. The result is a lawn that looks denser and greener, and you'll notice the difference the first time you step onto the yard after the robot has been working for a few weeks. To sum up, the Husqvarna Automower IQ420 is a solid middle ground option for homeowners who want